Welcome back to CBS Mornings, where for months now we've been showing you pictures like these from inside Ukraine, where the Russian military is using Iranian-made drones to target civilian areas, causing immense damage to homes, also infrastructure. Well, now for the first time, we are seeing how these and other drones depend on computer parts made in other countries, including the U.S. And as Chris Livesay shows us from Ukraine, it is proving very difficult for the West at large to stop the technology from getting into Russian hands.
They menace Ukraine's skies, killing hundreds and scarring millions. But while the drones are Russian and Iranian, key technology is European and American. The Ukrainian government showed us photos of components produced by U.S. companies Maxim and Microchip, retrieved from Russian and Russian-modified Iranian drones.
So what are we looking at here?
So this is Orlan 10. It is a basic Russian UAV.
Ukrainian drone specialist Pavlo Kashchuk shows us the chip inside. The logo reads U-Blocks, a Swiss company.
So without this chip...
No, the plane doesn't know where to fly.
The same kind of chips are found inside smartphones, tablets, cars, potentially anything used with satellite navigation. But in Ukraine, Russia is using them to tap into GLONASS, Moscow's answer to GPS. Ukrainian lawmaker Yaroslav Yaroshin says at least 6 American companies produce GLONASS-compatible chips.
Microchip technology, Chandler, Arizona, that's my hometown. So to be clear, civilians are being killed.
Yes. And what we can do, we can stop to sell these chips.
None of the American companies agreed to an interview or would answer whether they do business in Russia. U-Blocks, the maker of the Swiss chip we saw, says they cut ties with Russian companies at the start of the war.
We just wanted to avoid doing any kind of business in this region.
But CBS has seen recent customs forms that show components from the U.S. and Europe are still making it into Russia today through distributors in third-party countries.
The microchips are going indirectly to Russia through China, through Malaysia and other third countries.
So are you saying that countries like China are laundering this technology for Russia?
Of course, yeah.
The companies argue it's intended for civilians, but that doesn't stop Russia from using it to kill.
Is it possible to create these components, but to make them incompatible with GLONASS?
I believe in theory, yes.
Ukraine says that if you make these components incompatible with GLONASS, you will save lives. Is that something your company is willing to do?
That's at least something we're going to consider and discuss internally.
For now, the killing continues.
If those companies were in this room, what would you tell them?
I want to ask if they really want to see their logos here. That is the question.
For CBS Mornings, Chris Livesay, Kyiv.
This is such an important investigation, and keep in mind that Chris Livesay and his team, Aaron Lyle, his producer, were doing this within a war, while war was going on around them. I can't help but think of other companies. This could be a wake-up call for them because soldiers on both sides have phones, Apple phones, Samsung phones in their pockets that are helping them with, strategy and GPS.
Yeah, and they don't want to see their logo being used in a war zone. But at the same time, I don't know what the solution is. It's a hard question.
Yeah, you're right about that.